for my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The Bucs at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mills. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A first down throw for Mills. He completes it to Stewart. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Play fake, Mills. He's got Otten. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A stop there on third. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation, because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On second and goal, Mills. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Buccaneers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
From the 27, Prescott. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offense like the struggle. In fact, when he sat down with the coach, he said, it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
And tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Mills to throw it. A pass underneath for Fournette. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Out left, he's got it to Everett. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, Mills. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mills. Throw left side is taken in by Stewart. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Mills now. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You like the 6 there, partner, but you take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of him.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Prescott. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield then. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last lap by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Now Prescott. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll run on first down. McLaughlin, he'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. His pass caught at the 4. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. The extra point up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to go in the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That's one thing to get the interception. It was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them clipped from behind, blocked someone in the back. This play is going to stand. And how about what we see each and every week now? When the defenders make a big play, there's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the 27, Prescott. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Trey Hendrickson showing up his pass rush repertoire that time. They'll need a big play here with Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's short. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Elliott is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They go play action. Mills under pressure, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
3rd and short yardage, Mills. open man is Stewart. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Throwing, Mills. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bucs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Mills going to throw for it.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, the crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Now a give, right side. It's McLaughlin. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play. And forced him to try to throw through contact. and short of the sticks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
A first down throw for Mills.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. And he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Here's Mills.
It in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bucs have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Prescott to throw it.
And that is incomplete here.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
It's a big play from both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. On first down, McLaughlin. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here's Prescott. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs have just about sewn up this football game. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
Think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration, because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Mills. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Beasley. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Here's Dak.
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Now Dak. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into